We went to Santorini in October 2017 and got some photos and video clips. I attempted to make a really involved video with on-screen text and lots of information about history and tips for travellers. Because I was travelling to London for work at the time, that video was never finished. Now that I'm more focused on YouTube, I've pulled together a more vloggy video on Santorini. I've grouped the clips into GoPro and SLR sections and added some music. The GoPro music was recorded live on the island. In this introduction, I'm hoping to pass on as much information for travellers as I can. So let's just jump right into it. There are a few ways to travel around the island. Quad bikes are very popular, you see them all the time. There's a great walk around the caldera from Ia to Thera. We did it this way round and found that it was mostly uphill. It looks like it's easier to walk from Thera to Ia because it's downhill. Finally, you can get the bus back. We didn't hire a quad bike and found the buses really useful. They're regular and cheap. A couple of euros to get from Ia to the bus station in Thera, then another couple of euros to get from the bus station to Akrotiri. Akrotiri is a Minoan Bronze Age settlement. The excavation is covered with a roof, which is great for keeping out of the sun, but you do lose something in terms of the context of the museum. It costs 12 euros each to enter the site. The Black Beach and the Red Beach are both in the same area as Akrotiri. The Red Beach is officially closed due to rock falls, but that doesn't seem to put most people off. There are plenty of deserted beaches elsewhere on the island. We got some clips from one of these. We stayed in a cave villa near to Ia, and it was called Ananda Vintage, and the cave was called Cavana L. These are literally caves which have been painted white inside and ventilated. If you suffer from claustrophobia, then you might find it difficult to sleep in one of these. The bedroom was circular with a circular bed. The mattress was literally sitting on stone and all the fixtures are essentially carved out of the rock. We would definitely recommend Ananda Vintage. There was a table on the roof of the cave with a great view away from the island, away from the caldera, looking down towards the sea and out towards other Greek islands. During the week we were there was a festival in the village. There are hundreds of churches on Santorini and they celebrate their individual saints' days with a festival. We met someone who lives in the village and she took us up to look around the church. There was free food and wine all night and the live music and dancing went on until 4 in the morning. The GoPro footage has this live music as a soundtrack. I also want to share what I learnt about the island's volcanic past. The caldera was an unbroken ring until a massive eruption happened in about 2000 BC. A large volcano had formed in the lagoon. This blew itself apart and broke the island into 3 pieces. For a couple of thousand years, there was no visible volcano in the lagoon. This changed in 47 AD. There are 2 volcanic islands there now. Their names translate as Old Burnt Island and New Burnt Island. The biggest is an active volcano called Nea Kameni. The last eruption was 1950. Drones are banned in Ia. There are signs up and we saw people being asked to stop using their drones. Finally, the island is famous for its sunsets. The best view is from the western end of Ia. There's a mass migration to this end of the island every night. If you want to get a good seat, then you need to get there early. You might see a lot of Chinese brides on the island. This is because they often get photos and videos on the island to show to their guests at the wedding. They hire wedding attire on the island via agencies who specialise in getting the best photos.
Ναι, θα μιλήσω λίγο βιολογικό. Το σύνδεμα θα ήθελα κι άλλο λίγο μέσα, ναι. Αφαίρεσε μου λίγα μπάσα από εκεί. Γιατί μπουκώνουν και δεν έχω να κόψω εγώ πράγματα. Καλυτέρεψε λίγο ακόμα.
Cadê?